This story here is our teaser story from yesterday, and it's an interesting deal. The headline, of course, reads, more than 200 former Bush, McCain, and Romney staffers endorse Harris. And it's a very simple story. Many people of the Republican bent are not backing Trump. And they did this before. They did this before with the last election 4 years ago, and they wrote letters and did things to back Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, in their ticket. As the shifting of the guard is changing, of course, Joe Biden was going to run for a second turn to office. He dropped out. And now Kamala Harris is taking over that mantle. They have to basically reaffirm their pledges. This is not GW or Romney or McCain, obviously not McCain, coming out and saying we're backing Kamala Harris. These are people who worked in their administration, some of them higher ranking, some of them just kind of random for the most part, but having some clout. We're writing a letter saying that we endorse the Harris campaign because we do not endorse the Trump campaign. And many people have done that. You've seen Jeff Duncan on TV. You've seen Adam Kinzinger on TV. You saw the people at the convention for the DNC last week are saying that we can't back Donald Trump because we can't back him. Their gamble is that they don't get Trump, so don't get chaos, and they don't lose the basics of what they think is the Republican Party, what it should be. And from that, they can regather and regain whatever juice they need to take it back from whoever will be in charge, most likely Kamala Harris in the next election, and just sort of, win from them. So Kamala Harris will run for her second term, most likely, or someone else may do that. They can win from the Democrat by saying the Democrat did okay, but we can do much better going back to old values. That's the playbook. We have to actually see how the play works, so what happens, the play doesn't get broken up in the first place, whether Harris wins and they can play out that playbook, or whether Trump wins and the MAGA wing basically wins out and they cannot go back to the older style of relating with things. The Democrats have a saying right now that's basically we won't go back, as in we won't go back to the MAGA wing of Republicans and Donald Trump. But the Republicans also want to go back so they can come back to the future with back the older stuff, maybe back towards Reagan stuff, which may or may not work out as well. But we're seeing what's happening with the split in the Republican Party, where many people don't want Donald Trump leading. They don't necessarily want Harris and Waltz leading as well. But they feel so poorly about the rank and file, about Donald Trump. They're willing to cozy up with the enemy to get rid of their ally, who is actually the enemy inside.